I'm Clay Pigeon. Welcome to the Wake and Bake Morning Show podcast. It's a weekly digest of some of the segments and moments that make up the Wake and Bake Morning Show on WFMU. Of course, you can listen live to Wake and Bake Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Eastern on WFMU.org. Join me live every morning for the full show. It includes great music, chair throwing, pixie dust, and all-round good vibes.
Oh my God, the man is a maniac.
You can also hear the full show on streaming archives at WFMU.org/playlists/WA.
Home within the woods. Long, cool path. Pooch and I stroll. Leaves shield from soft rain.
This is Patrick Stickles from Titus Andronicus coming to you live on WFMU. I'm here with I'm here with the Clay Pigeon himself, helping you out with your morning drive time. How we doing?
You told me you're from New Jersey.
That's correct.
What town?
Glen Rock.
Somewhere in your heart, there's deep Jersey love.
Of course. Now it's one of those things, wherever you go, there you are. You can take the, what do they say? You take the cat out of the jungle, you can't take the jungle out of the cat, right?
The spirit of rock and roll, New Jersey, do you feel it?
That's the state that made me the person that I am, for better or for worse.
You named some musical favorites. I know it's a bit of a cliche to ask this question, but in that conversation, Bruce Springsteen came up.
I don't love the man as much as some people think that I do, but I do love him, and I've studied him a lot, and I really appreciate the way that he exploded and extrapolated, 1950s rock and roll tropes to, 70s level Star Wars status cinematic portions. You gotta give him his due.
You talked about Lou Reed.
I much prefer Lou Reed to Bruce Springsteen, not that it's a competition. Lou Reed is a true genius, or he was, rest in peace.
Holly came from Miami, FLA. Hitchhiked away across USA.
Are you still into it? Are you proud of Titus Andronicus?
You set out on this path where you want to lead the artist's life, and you say that making art and playing rock and roll is the thing that I really love most in my life, and I want to make that the focus of my life and devote as much energy as possible to that. But it can be very dangerous when you take the thing that you love and try and make it into your career.
Your vocation.
Because if you're anything like me,
it can suck the magic.
Well, I can't help but hate my job, no matter what it is.
I see what you night after night.
Right.
What do you want to tell the listeners of Wake and Bake on WFMU?
However bad you might be feeling right now on your morning drive time, please just try and remember that this moment is only a moment, and like all moments in life, they are temporary things. In my experience, when you recognize this, that will make the hard times easier to endure, and the good times, hopefully you can recognize how precious they really are. And don't forget to visit WFMU.org and contribute everything you can. This listener-supported radio from New Jersey 91.1.
Thank you, man.
There'll be no more counting the cars on the Garden State Parkway. No waiting for the fun walk bus to carry me to who knows where. And when I stand tonight near the lights of the Fenway, when I yell like hell for the glory of a Newark fair.
It's a party weekend here. at WFMU. Big Downey out of his mind. It is 21 minutes in front of 8. Clay Pigeon with you during this October Hellraiser. We are asking for bird seed this morning with the birthday boy. Here he is. Happy birthday, Matt Warwick.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I
man.
think this is the most I've been happy birthday. I love it.
And what a great weekend. You and Olivia had Plants and Synths last night. DJ
it was
Stasio.
really amazing, too.
Yeah. You said it was a full house.
Yeah, full house, and I loved the show itself. It was so good.
Is it just me, or is Monty entered into a resurgence phase of just blowout shows? They've all been just so good, man. Tonight's the polka party, Titus Andronicus. That's got to be about sold out, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got to be close. I think last I looked, there was a couple tickets.
I know, you guys got to get it. Get out and see that. Well, let's do some karaoke. All in honor of karaoke night coming up October 26th. That's Saturday night. I'll be hosting that. Matt will be out there, you guys. So I hope you make plans to attend. Make a little pledge. We're over 20% now, man.
Yeah, now we got to get to 21%.
And then we'll do another. But right now, I don't know who suggested this, but it was a great idea, I think.
I don't think I ever sang this.
Human League, Don't You Want Me, karaoke style.
Oh, man.
We got Friday music movie trivia just a few minutes away, too. Lots of fun this morning.
Oh,
Are you ready for this?
You started.
Am I starting it?
You started.
Okay, God, how's this going to go? You were working as a waitress in a cocktail bar when I met you. I picked you out, I shook you up and turned you around and turned you into someone new. Now 5 years later on, you got the world at your feet.
Yeah.
Success has been so easy for you.
Easy for you.
But don't forget, it's me who put you where you are don't, and I can put you back down too. I say, don't you want me? You know I can't believe it when I hear that you won't see me. Don't you want me? You know I don't believe you when you say that you don't need me. It's much too late to find. When you think you've changed your mind, you'd better change it back or we will both be sorry. Don't you want me, baby? Better than the last one. Don't you want me? Oh, don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh,
I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. Why'd I do this voice? That much is true. But even then I knew I'd find a better place. Even with or without you.
Oh,
Why'd I go
so
hard? If I'm married in such good times, I still love you. But now I think it's time I live my life on my own. I guess it's just what I must do. Don't you want me? You know I can't believe it when I hear that you won't see me. Don't you want me? You know I don't believe it when you say that you don't need me. It's much too late to find. When you think you change your mind, you'd better change it back or we will both be sorry. Don't you want me, baby? Sing it, everybody. Don't you want me? Oh, don't you want me, baby? Pledge. Don't you want me? Oh. Pledge, 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 You want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh, don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh, don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh, don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me? Oh. And there you go, you guys. How about that? How about that shaving cream, huh?
They liked it.
Hello.
They really liked it.
I'm Michelle with 1L, and this is State Showcase, where we visit a new state every week and explore what's weird and wonderful about it.
Cool.
This week, we start with Alabama.
Well, I comes from Alabama with my banjo on my knee.
Alabama's the only state with a spirit as its state drink. Move over milk and lemonade, for Alabama has stepped up to the bar, choosing a recreation of a Prohibition-era aged moonshine called Conecuh Ridge Whiskey as its official state beverage. Woohoo! Let the party begin. Another stop you can make as you tour the heart of Dixie is to the town of Alberta.
Alberta?
Where you will find Bamahenge, a full-scale fiberglass recreation of Stonehenge.
And oh, how they danced, the little children of Stonehenge.
Foamhenge and Fiberhenge were both tossed around as possible names. But according to artist Mark Klein, who has also built a life-size fiberglass dinosaur park, which I would really like to visit. Foamhenge and Fiberhenge just didn't have the same ring to them that Bamahenge does. Here's a little tip.
Okay.
Halloween's coming up. So here's some info you might need to not spend some time in an Alabama slammer. In Alabama, it's illegal to dress up as a priest or other religious clergy member. According to a section of the Alabama Code, whoever, being in a public place, fraudulently pretends by garb or outward array to be a minister of any religion or nun, priest, rabbi, or other member of the clergy is guilty of a misdemeanor. Breaking this law could earn you a $500 fine and up to a year in jail. So I suggest you put all those sexy nun costumes away this year.
Sexual perversion is becoming normalized. Somebody needs to stand up and say, God, forgive us.
Finally, do you have a dead coon dog you need to bury?
Yes.
Then you're in luck. Established in 1937 and located in Cherokee, Alabama, the Coon Dog Cemetery is reserved specifically for the burial of coon dogs and is the only cemetery of its kind in the world. I wish I had a dead coon dog to bury there.
Whatever on earth would possess you to make such an outrageous statement?
Those landmarks aren't enough for you. Stop by and see the world's largest office chair in Anniston before you make your way out of town. Thanks for joining me on State Showcase. I'll see you next week in Alaska.
Oh, I look forward to it, Michelle with 1L. Nice job with the State Showcase. You'll hear Michelle with 1L on Tuesdays right after Matt Warwick and her show called Feelings. That was fun. Hey, speaking of Alabama, here's Tracy Ann and Danny singing Alabama on Wake and Bake. Good morning. Minutes in front of 8. Matt, are you feeling great?
I'm feeling great.
Daisy, are you feeling great?
I'm feeling good.
Ooh, there's Daisy. She's with us today. And we are going to go to the phone right now. And we're taking it up past the Great White North up to Canada there. How you doing, Mike? Good morning in Toronto.
Good morning. I'm feeling great.
Isn't this great, Matt, just talking to Canada?
Oh, I love
Who would have
Canada.
thought when you were a kid there in Point Pleasant Beach, you'd one day be talking to Canadians on the phone?
When I was younger, I was a huge, me and my brother, huge fans of Canada.
I love Canada.
Really was. That's not a joke either.
How you doing, Mike? Is it cold up there? Are you hanging out partying with Geddy Lee? What's the story?
Yeah, he's here. He's making waffles. It just happens.
I wish. Are you ready to do this Friday movie trivia? You're a movie, but they make a lot of movies there in Toronto. Some people call that the new Hollywood up there.
Yeah, Hollywood North, they say.
Okay.
There's always something happening around here.
Can you say about? How do you say about?
About.
Oh, you did it. You had to force yourself, didn't you?
I had to. Genetics were fighting against that.
I know you were going to say a boot. We love your a boot. Never change your a boot. Now, here's the easy one, Mike in Toronto. We'll start off with the easy one here. It's
All
the
right.
gimme. The 1985 film Clue is based on which classic family board game, Mike?
Huh. I got to say Clue, Clay.
Is correct. Yeah. Now those can be tricky. I always can feel that the listeners are kind of scared to answer that one because it seems too easy, doesn't it?
A little deceptively so.
Okay, now what do you want? Comedy, family features, or fantasy for your second question? Which category you want?
Let's go for fantasy.
Okay, fantasy. Here we go. Members of which of the following British music groups makes an appearance in the Harry Potter film, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, during the Yule Ball scene? Is it A, Blur, B, Pulp, or C, Radiohead? Which is it?
Wow. God, that's been a while. I'm going to go with Pulp because it seems like something that Jarvis Cocker would be into. No?
Do you know that if you would have picked A or C, you would have actually been correct? A or C acceptable. Both Phil Selway of Radiohead and Jarvis... wait a minute. Am I wrong, Matt? Because now this says Jarvis Cocker of Pulp perform as the Weird Sisters in the... You know what?
Did you... Wow.
Did you see what happened there?
No, I don't.
I feel that's like a bonus.
Oh, now he's going for a bonus. Okay, man. Here we go. Let's try question. And you were smart, man. Good job on that. You got it. Now, here's question 3, the Hardy. Some critics claim queer cinema can be traced as far back as which of the following dates? 2001, B, 1894, or C, 1950. Queer cinema can be traced as far back as which of the following dates? A, 2001, B, 1894, C, 1950. Which is it, Mike in Toronto?
Let's say 1950.
1950, after all of that.
Dang.
Oh.
What are you looking at me like that for, Matt?
I just was hoping you were going to hit the ding.
Me too.
I saw you getting ready. I was like, oh, is it the ding?
The answer was B, 1894, the film The Dixon Experimental Sound Film, shot in America's very first film studio here in New Jersey. Though the intent of the film is still widely debated, it is still noted for depicting same-sex courtship in early American cinema. Right on. So there you go. Man, it was great talking to you, Mike. Do you listen?
Likewise, guys.
Do you listen regularly up there in Canada?
Yeah, every day since the Dusty Show era. This has been absolutely amazing waking up to every morning.
Well, thanks, man. Thanks for playing. Hang on with Daisy. We're going to send you a bumper sticker up there for playing, okay?
Will do. Have a great Friday, guys, and have a great pledge.
Thank you, my friend. I'll play some Canadian music for you right now. 5 minutes in front of 8. I got Neil Young here. News coming up at 8:05 and our Artist of the Week, guided by voices. Matt's hanging out. We'll do more karaoke. We got to get over 21%, though. Right now, we're stuck. Pledge, you guys. WFMU.org. Make it happen during the October Hellraiser. And thanks, Toronto, for playing our game.
Save my life.
Hi, it's Mark Hurst, host of Tectonic, here on Wake and Bake with a little slice of tech pie. Electronic scooters, or e-scooters, are zooming around a number of major U.S. cities right now, like San Francisco, Austin, Texas, Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, and here in Jersey City and in Brooklyn. But not in Manhattan, thankfully. New York City lawmakers are nervous about approving these things on the already crowded streets of Manhattan. And e-scooters are dangerous. On a recent episode of Tectonic, I spoke with my friend Paul, who's been a physician assistant for 28 years in Virginia Beach, a city that just a few months ago approved the introduction of e-scooters there. And the results were immediate. Here's what I asked Paul. What did you see in your office the moment e-scooters were legalized in Virginia Beach?
Well, we've had numerous upper extremity fractures and shoulder dislocations, clavicle fractures, and mostly wrist fractures that we're seeing on a fairly regular basis since they've allowed these to run around our city.
In fact, Paul said one of his own friends got injured while riding on an e-scooter and had to have a fair amount of work done.
Internal hardware. Lots of plates and screws in his wrist because he broke it so badly on the scooter. He was flying around 25 miles an hour, he said. Just hit a little pebble and the wheel went out and he went down. He said, I went down so fast, all I did is try to save my face, and it was the cost of his wrist.
These scooters are really not built for high-speed travel, like bikes or motorcycles, yet they're all over the cities where they've been approved. And why? Because the main e-scooter companies are funded by Silicon Valley, and all that tech money is pushing these unsafe devices on the rest of us. Not only are the riders getting injured, and the pedestrians that these riders sometimes slam into, there's the litter problem. The e-scooter companies allow the riders to get off the scooter wherever they want, and then just leave the scooter lying wherever. A lot of these cities are seeing e-scooters pile up on the sidewalks and other public spaces. Again, a business model built for the enrichment of a few in Silicon Valley causes trouble for the rest of us, not to mention all the broken wrists and shoulders. My suggestion is to stay off the e-scooters and look for safer alternatives, like bikes or just plain old walking. Until next time, this has been Mark Hurst. Listen to my show Tectonic Mondays at 6 p.m. here on WFMU.
And it is time now for our Artist of the Week, which is guided by voices. Been playing them after the 8:05 news each day, and we'll continue to do that this week. I'm reading from MetroUS.com about leader of the band, Robert Pollard. Robert Pollard has always created art like it's batting practice, they say. Once the inspiration and his muse presents itself, it can either be launched into staggering heights or connect briefly with little impact. But the ethos for Pollard is to keep swinging, no matter what. For nearly 40 years as a songwriter and sole member of the beloved indie rock band Guided by Voices, he has willed songs, albums, and visual art into existence at an alarming rate. Get this, Robert Pollard, an extremely prolific songwriter, written more than 1,600 songs, over 500 them released under the Guided by Voices moniker. Singles, EPs, split releases, comps, box sets, suitcases that each contain 4 CDs with 25 tracks each for a total of 100 songs per release. So prolific and so good. Our Artist of the Week, Guided by Voices on Wake.
Hey, glad girls, I only wanna get you high. Hey, glad girls, I only wanna get you high. Hey, glad girls, I only wanna get you high. And they're alright, and they're alright, and they're alright, and they're alright. Glad girls, I only wanna get you high. Hey, glad girls, I only wanna get you high.
Hi, Clay. It's Connie Clinkovus in the chopper for Wake Traffic.
And I'm Rex Rademacher on the cold, hard ground.
Right on time. There's our first speeder.
And right behind him will be Officer Dink Dougherty.
Any second now.
Probably getting donuts.
Oh, I'd love a powdered donut.
Meanwhile, a speeder is breaking the law.
Oh, so he's speeding. Big deal.
Laws are meant to be...
I'd speed every chance I could get if I could get...
I suppose you would.
Yes, I would. Shut up.
There's another speeder. Where's Dougherty?
Well, get him on the radio.
I don't like your tone.
I don't care what you like.
You're a horrible person.
You're so boring.
You're fat.
You're bald.
Calling Dink Dougherty. This is Rex Rademacher. Quiet, Rademacher.
Yeah, shut up, Rex.
I got a situation here.
What's happening, Dinky?
Teenage hellraisers. Are these teenage... I'm trying to explain if you'd shut up.
Really, Rex?
I'm down here at the balloon warehouse.
On Route 9?
No. He's on duty-bound route. I'm on duty-bound route.
Don't interrupt him, Rex.
I got hellraisers here.
Are you in danger, Dinky?
Extreme danger. Oh, brother.
Shut up, wimp.
He can't handle a couple of teenagers. I'd like to see you try, Red. Oh, they're coming for me. Jesus, they're coming.
It's a violent, complex world.
Sometimes you just want to
Forget about it.
and we've got just the thing.
It's a new album.
From Paul McCartney.
That's right, you've known him and loved him for years.
But you've never heard Paul quite like this.
Bass Instincts.
That's the name of the new album.
An album that features just Paul's bass.
Not encumbered by the need to sing.
Or to write memorable melodies.
Paul's free to follow his bass instincts.
With special guests.
Like Don Henley on drums.
John Mayer on guitar.
Sheryl Crow.
Ed Sheeran.
Rihanna.
And Ringo.
There's plenty of star power to go around.
But the real star is Paul's bass.
And Paul's own bass instincts.
We play the song, go and record it in 1.5 hours.
Bass Instincts.
From Paul McCartney.
Get back to basics.
Get it today.
All right, you hellraisers. Now you got me tied up in this balloon warehouse. What are you gonna do with me? Oh, no, not that, no. Oh, Jesus. Oh, no. Hey, don't be like them fireworks is illegal.
I think that's just about enough.
Rademacher, help me.
You hell racers, get out of here now. I mean it.
Oh, Rex, you really took charge.
Thanks, Scotty.
Are you busy later?
Untie me.
Quiet, Doherty.
Yeah, shut up, Dick.
I'll stop by at 8. Jesus.
You've been listening to the Wake and Bake Morning Show podcast. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Good. It's a weekly digest of the special features and moments which make up the Wake and Bake Morning Show.
Woo!
After all, you wouldn't want to miss special moments like this. Ah, you're in a good mood today, aren't you? The Wake and Bake Morning Show. Set your alarm and join us each Monday through Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. on WFMU.org. A little too early for you? Catch the archive show, which you can find easily on WFMU's homepage each day. I'm Clay Pigeon. They call me the Pitch. Join me each morning for the full show, either on the radio or online at WFMU.org. And keep listening.